That's how your video is going to start now, is me talking about Easter eggs. Oh, hey! So, we're talking about the chords from the song Who I Am. Now, you've done a good job up to this point of getting the chord shapes memorized, but the trick now is getting from one chord to the next, okay? Moving between the chords. That's the name of the game for right now. So, if we look at the verse part of the song, we have E minor, okay? And then we go to C, and then to G, and then to D. Now, the question is, how can we make this the most economical motion, right? That's what we call that, economy of motion, trying to use the least amount of motion to get from one place to the next, okay, in terms of these chords. So when we look at the E minor, we use our middle and our ring. And we're hitting all 6 strings, okay? When we look at the C, we start with our ring finger. So our middle and ring in the E minor, are at the 2nd fret of the middle fingers at the 2nd fret of the 5th string, ring fingers at the 2nd fret of the 4th string. When we move to the C, the ring fingers now at the 3rd fret of the 5th string, and the middle fingers at the 2nd fret of the 4th string. So what we've done here is we kind of just do a little switcheroo where they change which one's on top, and then the ring finger kicks out. So I'll do that again without getting my pinky in the way. Here's the E minor, they switch, and the ring finger moves up. And then the index finger comes down to join the chord, okay? So then we're at C. So that's kind of the most economical way to get between those 2 chords. Then next we have G, okay? Now when we move to the G, we're looking at on the low strings, our middle finger is now at the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and our index fingers at the 2nd fret of the 5th string. Well, that relationship is similar to the relationship that they had in the C. If we look at these 2 fingers, right, my index finger is on a higher string and back 1 fret than my middle finger, and when we move down here, it's on the higher string and back 1 fret from my middle finger. So that relationship is pretty similar. The difference is that in the C, there's a string in between them, an empty string in between them, and in the G there isn't. So try to move, when you move from the C to the G, what I want you to do is try to move your middle and index fingers together and then place down your ring finger on top, okay? And then the last one we have here is the D. Now when we go to the D, there's not a whole lot of common notes in this one, so it's just a move that you're going to want to kind of practice. The ring finger is probably the easiest one to guide the chord, because it in the G is at the 3rd fret of the 1st string, and in the D is at the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, right? So if we can kind of just move the ring finger and have the index and middle kind of tuck in behind it afterwards, that's going to make that a lot easier. So that's the verse. Now the chorus has a bunch of similarities in it. The chorus is very easy to get through if we think about the chords in the right way. We start on the C, and then the next chord is the A minor. All we have to do is move our ring finger down and back to the 2nd fret in order to do that, right? So C, A minor, okay? Do you see how all I did was move that one finger? My index and my middle didn't even come up. My ring is just moving between the 2 frets. Okay, that's an important thing to try to keep together, because that's going to help you move between them in a very quick way. The next one is E minor. In E minor, we just move our middle and ring down a string a piece, right? So here it is in A minor. They're on adjacent strings in the 2nd fret, right? And here it is in E minor. They're in adjacent strings in the 2nd fret, except now they're on the 5th and 4th string rather than the 5th and 4th and 3rd strings, right? In the A minor, 4th and 3rd, with the index finger joining the party. E minor, 4th and 5th, no index finger, right? So A minor, E minor. You just move the middle and ring down and you take the index finger off. Okay, and then we go to the G. And again, this one, there's not too many sneaky ways to get through it. You're just going to have to practice going E minor to the G major. E minor okay? So those are the two main parts. There's also the bridge to this song where we have C, D, E minor, and then back to D. Now, there's not too many sneaky ways around that also. This one, so for the bridge, what you want to do is, the goal for the bridge is to memorize the chord shapes by their name. So like if I were to say C, you'd go, that one, right? You don't need to look at the picture, you don't need to think about it, you just go C, okay? Because then when you move between the chords, you're not going to have to like kind of give it too much thought as to which one is which, okay? So that's the cheat sheet on how to get through all these chord changes, okay? So practice up, right? Oh, come on, you can't say it out loud. You don't want to be on the video? Okay. Now you have a weird ending to the video too. Get in there.